let's not pretend that there's an elite class of people who are known as upper, and the division from that is lower. If there is a permanent upper class, they would have like all the best in the world when it comes to your health is wealth. This is no exception. Something that could be algorithmically incorrect is pretending there's magic ratios in a combined abundance where it would allow battery life to be spectacularly fulfilled, as well as uploading information to be quicker than Jiminy Crickets. I had to subside to not uploading because my time had come to an end on a device that broke quicker than the upload could render in. So I'm making a 10-minute video, and this is going to cover the no question that the whole time that, and by the way, the algorithms, big tech, I'm getting like 0% and giving like 50% effort. And I think it's because I'm explaining stuff that is unfriendly to big tech's wallet. The pocketbook, if you will. How big are pockets can be reached when you're covering up your face and taking off your shoes on a commercial airline. Private jet people, as John Kerry, they don't do that. And they actually have the reason why going in stores with not looking the part would have a bouncer say you need to go and leave and you can't come in here. I wouldn't be mad at that. It's just that humans need fresh grown fruits and vegetables, because if they're just going off of processed food, it's gonna wane in the stomach and make you upchuck. And then it's more so just like the difference is if you just ate a whole bunch of flour and then put in some droplets of liquid vitamins and hope that it made for like a fruit. But that's not how fruit's grown. The amount of compactability inside a seedling and the germination process is just one to get a stem. But in order to get that stem to build off and start blooming fruit is a process that is devised from the seed's germination. And it's really easy to get two things confused. If there's anything is upward mobility being halted. There's a difference between desk jobs, white collar, and hands-on green collar, blue. The difference between white and blue is not green thumbs. As much as white collar at home cubicle workers would have it that the need for big tech to get involved to divvy out green thumbs. This is something as scary as a ring of blackmail with a key witness who would just be the one that would lie their pants off the most. As much as that is a makeup of a magical ratio, the algorithm is that one in reality that would proclaim it to be the black ring with the male black ring male. How do you avoid that ring of blackmail is knowing that the brush over of growing and gardening and what a building has been looked over for sloppy copies. You know how much things are fake inside of homes that are built just to be cookie cutters? These cookie cutter homes are made up with fake granite, plastic wood, the list goes on. The difference between a Victorian era house and a Asian style are telltale signs of whenever the most fantastic attribute on them are accentuated. It's that much easier to see the difference. If there's such a thing as having the makeup of a center beam, that of which all buildings would be constructed out from, but then just understanding how much that is reinforced to the style of building that you're going for's most clear point of view of its style being made from its center beam. That's how important it is for an algorithm to not have its computer get a virus, because a computer with the virus is just as crap as a graphing calculator pretending to be a handheld device. Back to gardening. The gardening of pickling or canning something could be seen with oxidation. The only difference is in pickling something, it is registered from how well its compressions is. This compression of pickling is seen as where, as much as the canning of a polarization grid has to do with the objects that are supplemented about it. A sifter would have that flour going through it. Those screens are just as important as what good baking would come from out of it. How many screens can be devised in order to make the makeup of everything bad with going outside? Is that the difference between a garden being pickled or canned? Would you bet the farm on that? I'm gonna take an archetype of what someone who's aged but has been wealthy their entire life would look like versus myself that has been eating GMO junk food since Cheetos have been on the shelf. And the difference of the two is more than likely going to be the difference of bugs, mites, ticks, all these bad things outside, pests. The list goes on with them having more to do with being about their bad selves than my cells at its core cellular level. It's a fakery. It's a foolery. The consciousness of just having an ability to be mobile cannot be undermined by things that barely have any legs or a backbone. Where it would be the discreteness behind them being so small that it's hard to take them out from. Stuff even smaller than them viruses, tumors. These things don't have any legs, but they're twice as scary as something that is 1,000 times as bigger. Can't be true if it's just sticking to the cores of what is good mathematics and proper programming. Should turn it out flat on its face just because its orientation isn't grounded as well as you are.